Give me in your DMs. What are some of your most heartfelt DMs that you've received?
Some of my most heartfelt DMs, man, when people would be like, they connected to the family. Like, I remember this one lady told me that she was losing her mom to like dementia and stuff like that. And she was like, man, and I just showed her one of your videos and she just laughed. And she hadn't laughed like that in so long.
Yeah.
So you were able to give us that moment right there. And I was just like, word.
Yeah.
Stuff like that I get a lot. And I just be like, man, dog.
It's always heartfelt that like, because, it's different. I appreciate everybody that's like, yo, you're funny, or I love you, or I'm Team CT all day. But the people that say something like, hey, man, I fight depression with your videos, or I go through it, thank you. Like that stuff is always like, man, I'm so humbled to be able to be a part of that.
When people be like, some people be like, yo, you brought us together as a couple.
That's crazy.
We'll be watching your videos together in bed, or we'll be watching your videos as a family. Or anytime the kids, when they be like, my son asks to watch your videos before he go to bed every night, or like, or if they send me videos of their kids making the little sound effects, like cram, I'll be like, little baby cram.
Oh, the baby cram.
Oh man, dog, I marvel at it every time.
What is it? Before hemoglobin?
Haberdashery. Haberdashery.
When y'all were on the road, I remember when you created that. Like you were doing it in a story, and then it popped up in a voiceover. I'm like, it's over. You got to get the shirts. It's over.
Haberdasheries and hemoglobin.
A celebrity that you've met that was cool, or who are some celebrities that follow you that blew your mind?
Oh man, it be happening all the time, man. I'll just I'll either see them or somebody will point them out to me. Like The Rock was my nose bled.
The Rock is following you.
Bled for 2 weeks.
Dwayne
Johnson. The Rock. I was like, how did you find me? First of all.
Yeah.
And like he be in the comment section.
What does he be
people
saying?
Be saying? He just be like, I remember the last time he commented on something. I did a review for Jumanji.
Oh.
And he was like, I'm going to watch this review, and it better be good. Oh, I'm slapping Kevin. It was something like that. And but yeah, man, he be pulling up, and I just be like, wow.
Have you ever DM'd him?
I think I DM'd him. I think I might reply to his stories here and there, but I haven't talked to him direct. I did a video with him in it where he had a video for his headphones, and I did one where I had some headphones, and they were just the little cheap joints. I got headphones too, and I was hating on him.
Yeah.
I sent him that, but so we haven't had like a DM conversation, but he talks to me in the comments.
Does it say seen when you've hit him with something?
You know what? I don't really be checking.
Oh man, you tripping? I will be checking every message. Did he see it?
Yeah.
Did he see it?
He saw that video though that I did based on me hating him.
Yeah.
But it was no conversation back and forth. But it'd be a lot of people, dog.
Man.
Like I found Shaq in my DMs.
That's amazing.
A little bit. I was like, you sent me this message, man. I ain't even see it because I mentioned him, and then I looked in the DMs and I was like, because when you mention somebody in your story, and I was like, yo, he said something to me. And I was like, I ain't even see this.
Ain't even see it. That's how many DMs you got.
But it'd be like Shaq, T.I., Gwyneth Paltrow.
What?
Gwyneth Paltrow. I was like, what? Kristen Bell.
First of all, I love Kristen Bell.
And Dak Shepard.
I got love for Dak Shepard, but you have no idea how much I love Kristen Bell.
She pulled up tough.
What'd she say?
She was just like, yo, we be watching your videos as a family. I'm like,
wow.
Head exploded, nose bleeding. Octavia Spencer.
Herself?
Yes. I think that's how Kristen Bell found me, through her.
Oh, that's dope.
But it's a lot, man. I'm just like.
That's you're on the right track, dude.
Man.
That is a blessing, man. The fact that you have comedy that reaches families in the world. Now, answer this, because you're not a raunchy comedian, but do you find that people sometimes come to your shows and you get blue and they're like, oh, we didn't come for this?
You know what? I don't get that blue. Like I'm pretty PG-13, and so and I make posts about it here and there. Like I be cussing y'all because I don't want people to get too comfortable thinking I'm a certain kind of way. So when they come to my show, it's PG-13, and for some reason, man, people be like, "You are so clean," and I was cussing up there. They be like, nah, "It just didn't feel like
it's the way you said it."
Yeah, and so I get a lot of that, and so when they come to the show, they don't feel like, "Oh, that was filth."
Yeah.
So I haven't run into that problem when they see me live.
That's good.
And I always make sure I be like, "Look, I be cussing." I like to say that every now because I hate misconceptions.
Right.
And so, because that's how you get painted into a box.
It's similar to, I've seen you mention this before on your page, where people don't expect you to be able to have a political opinion about things.
Man. All day long, man. They be like, I didn't come here for this. Also, let me tell y'all something. Y'all didn't buy a ticket to follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
That was free of charge.
That's free.
And when you come to my show and I go up there and be politics all night, you got a valid complaint.
You got a valid because I paid.
Right.
Yeah.
You paid to see comedy, and I didn't even give you that.
Yeah.
But you didn't pay for nothing on my Instagram page. And I know comedy's in the name.
Yeah.
But 90% of what I post is funny.
Yeah.
Let me be human for like.
Give me that 10% for human.
Yeah, man.
I feel that. I feel like if I'm just a person seeing people, you're going to have an opinion about something if you're over the age of 25 years old.
Right.
Not saying that people under 25 shouldn't have opinions, but with your worldly experience, you've seen life from different aspects and points of view to be able to speak on it after 25, more so. So it's like, why wouldn't this man have an opinion when he's seen a couple presidents?
Right, man. I'm a grown man that pays his taxes and votes. Let me talk about a little something, man. They be wanting to shut me down.
But hey, man. So look, I have known you since you started doing stand-up. This is, I think we might have been your second show when we went to New Mexico.
That was my second actual show.
Actual show.
Not being an open mic. Like we drove 10-hour drive.
That was 10 hours.
10-hour drive. I think I got $60 for the gig.
And we did 2 shows.
$60. And I was like, I'm doing it, man. Getting paid for this?
Yeah. Let me tell you something. $60 when you're a brand new comedian and you don't make money from comedy, that's like $1 million,
I was
bro.
breaded.
You had, first of all, let me explain the show to people. The show we had done was through your cousin, Tashawn Barrett, very funny comedian. He had booked us on his show, and it was at a winery in New Mexico. And this was the most unusual show.
Right.
To this day, I haven't done a show like this. And this is what I mean. Usually when you do a comedy show, it's the host, it's the guy before the headliner, the host is doing like 10 minutes. The guy in front of the headliner is going to do like 15 to 25. And then the headliner's going to come up and do the 45 to the hour. It was you, Ocean, myself, Tashawn, and Maximini.
Yep.
Everybody did 40 minutes. Except you. You did 20 because you were hosting, right?
No,
you just went up.
Yeah.
Okay, you did 20, which, let's talk about this 20. You were a brand new comedian.
I was spanking new.
With 20 minutes. That is nobody in the history of stand-up comedy has had 20 minutes on their second performed book show. This has never happened. What made you begin doing comedy? Because you were still Tony Baker, the actor.
Right. Just to get exposure for acting roles. I was like, man, looking at all the comedians that were comedians first, and then they started doing movies and stuff like Robin Williams, Damon Wayans, all those cats.
Damon Wayans is your favorite.
Oh, man. You know, Sinbad, too. Like, it's just like, man, that's the next step.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I'll get noticed if I do stand-up. And then I did stand-up one time. I was like, oh, this is
it.
This is the lick right here.
The lick.
Oh, man. So I was hooked ever since. Did that first open mic, kept going.
Damn.
Never stopped.
Your style to me, not even just to me because obviously the world, but your style is so different in what you talk about because you're not the yeah, you know, and I'm in the club and I'm da 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 da.
Yeah.
You ever had roaches? Like, you're not that guy. How was it? And mind you, a lot of these are things that I know the answer to, but the crowd does not.
Right.
So how did
You know this. I give them nothing the whole episode. You already know. And then look at them.
Yo.
Why you keep asking me stuff you already know the answer to?
Yo, how hard was it for you to find it with getting your point of view of comedy to the crowd and for them to get it?
I just attribute it to just repetition and just confidence because, when we first started out, we like, let me cater to the audience. Let me get them what they might want. Oh, let me switch it up for the whites. You're just always scrambling in your mind, scrambling out of their pocket. And then you do it so much, you're just like, man, they just going to have to take what I got to offer. And then you go up there with that mindset. And I think I clicked into that a little quicker because I was older when I started.
Yeah.
I was 31, so it was just like I already was up there, grown man, father. I'm like, look, I ain't taking no crap. I might get punked a few times, but then like, y'all go get this work.
I always love that. Like you say, you came in grown, bro. Like you had already you have a family, you had a career, you had lived life already.
Oh, man.
And it's like, I was a kid. Like, even though I had been doing, I think I might have I started at 21. I met you I started at 18, but I came out here at 21. I met you at 22. So like I'm already 5 in more. Is that 5?
About 4 or 5.
Yeah, about 5. So I'm older in comedy than you at that time, but you're a man. So it's like somebody be like, hey, Tony, look, man, you can't be doing this. You be like, who's this kid? So it's so much easier for you to know who you were. And I loved that about you immediately. Like, you got life experience.
Right. It was like, man. And it was funny, too. Like, when I was in the car looking at y'all, I was like, man, they vets. I'm in my car. We took my car, put the mileage on my car. And I was like, man, I can't believe, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm the oldest one in the car, but felt the youngest. Like, oh, man, y'all showing me the ropes. Clayton is a hot, fresh 22. And I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying?
Arrogant as fuck.
Oh, arrogance McGee.
I'm in your car.
The short haircut. You was like, look, this is what we gonna do. And we leaving at such and such time.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm talking about? That's what we building here. I'm like, this guy is a veteran. That's what I'm thinking. Like, he knows what he's talking about.
Tony. So take me now. We're gonna jump all around. We get to internet content. This is in the beginning where you're still doing sketches. Right. What made you make the transition into internet content?
It was just it was just going around. It was really building. I remember I met King Batch before his explosion.
What?
Because I met him at Flappers because Reggie introduced me to him because we were all in the same fraternity. And so I'm like, all right, cool. And I looked at his sketches. And his sketches always had production value. Woo. Even before the internet explosion. I watched the very first one I watched of his. It was like an army scene, full battle. I'm like, where do you get the budget? You know, we look at stuff differently than the regular people. We be like, the budget, the production value, the cost.
Bro.
And I was just, all this for a sketch?
For a sketch.
And so, and then when he started blowing up, everybody, was wanting to do like videos and stuff like that. And my Instagram at the time was just like me taking pictures of just the stuff I would see and then a selfie every now and then. It was just that. And then.
Which, by the way, your selfie game has gotten so crazy since you lost weight because you cannot tell you shit. Like, Tony was bigger, and it was like, you've always been a handsome guy, hella pause. But it would just be like, all right, hey, guys, damn. You lost the weight because of the
when I had that surgery,
wait, it's not that kind of surgery. It was,
they took my appendix out,
So after that, you start eating different, working out, blah, 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 lost the weight. It wasn't no weight loss surgery. But then it was like skinny tone. It was like squinty eyes and shit. But keep going.
Then So the people that we already knew was like shooting videos and stuff. They'd be like, "Hey, yo, Tone, come through. We shooting." Even Chaz was trying to get like us to start doing videos and stuff like that, and then he just fell off of doing them. And then I was like, "All right, well, since I'm gonna just do these." And so, and I was always like real adamant about posting stuff on the regular.
Yeah.
And so once I started hanging out with the people doing the videos, I would be like, all right, I want to do, because a lot of cats were doing like let's get a fine girl in the video, and then base everything around that. And I was like, that wasn't what I was looking for. And so I would just do my own little, all right, let's do this real quick. Just gather up some people, come over here, and then just do. And so that's when I started doing Travis Santiago and Benedict Crimwood, those type of characters, and the Tony Baker Hands or whatever. And then, because I'm a fan of themes. You probably know that from my stand-up. I love callbacks and bringing something back. So I like that with the content. Yeah. And so I had Travis, he always in a different scenario, messing up his own plan by turning away from the hero. Yes. And so
that's my favorite character of yours.
And that started building my numbers up. And then I hit the voiceover thing. But really, I did the first two voiceovers a long time ago, like 2013. And I put them on my YouTube page. And my YouTube following was like 243 people at the time. Period. And so, but even with those numbers, you can still have a viral video on YouTube. So I put them up. Marlon Wayans was at What the Funny, and I was like, "Yo, I can do like a voiceover show for your network." And they was like, "All right, take those off YouTube. Let's work on that."
That's dope.
And so What the Funny fell through for whatever reason, and then so I just had the videos, and then I reposted them again. The one with the raccoon and the cat food dish. Yeah, that one went viral. And I was like, "Let me just start doing these again." And so that's how that came about.
It's voiceover as well.
The voiceovers, yeah. Ooh. And so that, and then once I started doing those on a regular basis, that's when the numbers started climbing. Let
me tell you something,
steadily.
Man. Those, first of all, you own voiceovers. When it comes to animal voiceover videos, you are the guy. I have seen, and I pride myself on being somebody with an open mind, and somebody's like, "Hey, man, there's room for everybody." I'm that guy. You own animal voice. I'll look at people drop a video with animals, and I'm like, because it's like the market is so cornered, and I don't say that just like, "Oh, Tony's my friend and he's funny and he does animal voiceover, so only he can do it." Your consistency, what you put into your voiceover, like it's a full story. It has a beginning, middle, and end. It has punchline after punchline. It has your catchphrases, and you drop them so often that you own that market. Okay. I remember I did a video. It was a dog. Now, mind you, I just thought the video was funny because I'm like, this dog is clearly being like forced into standing up on his hind legs. Right. I do it. I'm like, ha, 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 drop it. First comment, "Hey, fam, don't be Tony." I'm like, no. I just thought it was, I'll never do it again. I just thought it was funny. Okay, bye. You know what I mean? Yeah. Then there are like maybe 4 other guys that I know you probably know that do the voiceover with the joints, and I'm like you almost have to do, if you're gonna do voiceover, you got to do something completely different. Like you got to do people talking and then do your voiceover if this brother has this animal joint on lock. Okay. So what is it for you when you deal with that? Like I know the cream always rises to the top, but have you been in the scenario where other cats maybe take the same video you do or try to mimic what you're doing?
I've seen it before. It's hard for me to be like, "Oh, you got that from me." I'll never want to be like that, but like I'll look at the video. People show them. They be like, "Man, this dude biting your style." They be mad. People be like, "Man, look at this, man." And so I'll watch the video and be like, I usually won't like this style. And it's not me like, "Oh, I'm better than this." Right. It's just, it doesn't really, do anything for me. So it's just like, and everybody can do it, as you can see. Like, because there's some cats that do it on the regular that have really high numbers of followers. So they built a following based on that. So they got their own little lane. And then, so I just was like, all right, well, I'm going to just do mine. So it's really turned into like a, like kind of like a restaurant chain type of thing where, Chick-fil-A over here, KFC over here, Popeyes, and we just all coexisting.
Love Chick-fil-A. And you, brother, are Chick-fil-A. And it's a lot of other off brands. But anyway, no hate to anybody in particular. So for me, man, I love the fact that I saw you passing out your promo cards in comedy clubs. Like, you be like, hey, y'all, follow me, Tony Baker. If you want one, take one. If you don't, these cost money. Don't waste my money. And to going to, you're on your own tour. You're on tour with Kev on stage, and to hear you guys, the real comedians of social media. You're also doing your own show here in LA if people want to catch you when you're in town. Everything has been for the followers to come to your show.
Yes.
That's what people forget. Like, you didn't get into social media like, ooh, I want to be famous. You were like, yo, I need y'all to come see me live. So what does that feel like now, being able to reap the benefits of the work online and on stage and on screen? And now when you do a show, people are coming up rainbow colors, everybody different race and creed in your shows.
Oh, it's great, man, because it was part of the plan. Not to be Travis, but that was my plan all along. You see, I was going to get everybody. No, but like, but that was the plan. It was like, all right, let me get my numbers up so I can fill these. Because even I love stand-up so much that's why I want a sitcom. I don't even want a sitcom just so, the bread's going to be right. The bread's going to be right. But I would always, imagine like, all right, when I'm done with the season, I want to tour. You know what I'm saying? I want to tour during hiatus, hit these, because even everybody fades out a little bit. I don't care how big a star you are. You're going to fade out. Some people come back from the fade out. Some really don't. But in comedy, it's super tough. Like, they be up here and then the next, you're like, man, what happened to such and such? You get a few duds in a row.
Let me tell you something. Shucky Ducky was the guy when we were kids, bro. Like, you couldn't tell me watching Comic View he wasn't about to be Eddie Murphy.
Right. But so with that in mind, it's like, all right, so, you strike while the iron is hot. You do what you can. That's why I applaud Kevin Hart, because he's doing what he can while he's hot.
While he's hot.
Maximizing every piece of the bread.
Man.
And so when the cool off comes, he's good.
He's good.
And so I want that to where, like, all right, let's say I do get a sitcom. I'm on there 7, 8 seasons. We syndicated. We doing it. Then I'm going to fade out. But the stand-up.
Oh, man, lifelong.
It's going to be, even if you was just Screech on Saved by the Bell, could still sell out a club. And he was just a sidekick.
Oh, my God, he could sell out.
Yeah, so it's like, and there's no substitute for live entertainment.
Yes.
You got to take your girl out on the weekend. Y'all ain't going to be sitting up there looking at the laptop. No. She going to be looking at you like.
At the laptop.
You be like, yeah, you going to be like, man, I love this show. She going to be like, I got this dress on. We sitting in front of you. Exactly. She going to. You see this outfit I got on.
Come on now. Where we going?
Yep. And so that's why I tell people, like, there's no substitute.
Yeah.
So no matter what's streaming, no matter, what you're doing on social media, people need that live entertainment. And that's where comedy comes in.
So when we talk about sitcom, you just shot the project Fabulous Baker Boys. What is going on with that? What do we as a community need to do to help make something happen? If anything isn't happening, what's up?
We trying to shop it around, and so just to see if anybody wants to, pick it up or like, get some episodes in the can. I don't want to do it independently. I'd rather be like, look, here's the proof of concept. Here's what let's get it going.
Now, why don't you want to do it independently?
Because it's like, really my schedule. It's like, man, it's like, look. Because a lot of people want to do that. Like my boy Nick, who wrote the Travis Santiago episodes, he's like, man, let's just shoot some more. I'll pay for it. I'm like, no, man, I don't feel like, because the shoots be long. And I still got other stuff to do. I'm touring, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And it's just like, look, man, I just want the networks to pull up with the bread and just be like, here, boom, pow, bam, and then we good.
But you got to understand this, man. Well, you don't have to do anything, but you should understand this. You're great. Your audience knows it. You're a comedian's comedian. Everybody around you knows how great you are. Hollywood has some people in it that admire and know how great you are. However, unfortunately, a lot of the studio heads don't get you. They don't get a lot of people.
Right.
So sometimes you have to take the small L to make the bigger W.
Right.
And if that is you shooting more and shooting on your own, and then maybe even do it behind a paywall. Like, your fans are dope enough that they'll be like, yo, we want to support you.
Right. Oh,
so
yeah.
they'll be like, yo, I'll pay $1 to $5 to see 4 episodes of your show a month. Like, you run it like a TV show, a TV network. And then they can't ignore you anymore, because we're doing better numbers on the internet, bro, than some TV shows that are on national TV. So they can't ignore that. So once you know that, I truly say do it independently, and then you get to negotiate your deal differently. Then it becomes, I don't want to sell it to y'all, so y'all tell me when I work. I want to license it to y'all, and I say, let's partner up.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Like, if there's one thing I've learned from this past year of doing Facebook and YouTube, it's ownership of your content.
Right.
And I make my own money, so I'm not going to the network like, please.
Yeah.
It's like, let's do a licensing deal. Let's partner up. What can we both do to make this beneficial?
Right.
And with man, so many people love you. I feel you'll be doing a disservice if you waited any longer for the shopping.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
And if my man is like, he'll pay for it, first of all, don't nothing beat somebody else's money.
Oh, but see, he already paid for the first round. Like, look, man, because he's not in a position to be paying for nothing.
Got you.
You know, it's not like he got long bread.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, stop, please, because he wants to be my Larry David.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I get it, but it's just like, man, I'd rather shoot like a movie independently, and then
Now, hey man, you can do it all, bro.
Yeah.
You've always been the lone wolf in a sense anyway, as I'll do it myself. Like, because I know people didn't just immediately get you. You had to teach them how to get you.
Right.
And that's the same thing with everything you do. I just embraced that 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, well, let me put the money up. Let me do my own show. Put the money up. Let me go on tour. Put the money up. Let me shoot the film. And it's all going to be beneficial because my fan base is loyal.
Right.
And the same thing with you. So tell me this. Your father, these boys have grown up.
Oh, man.
I remember when their voices dropped. Like, when they first started getting deep, I'm like, hey, man, what's up?
They don't talk to me like that, man. They said something regular, but hey, man, you ain't gonna be talking to me. You ain't gonna be threatening me and my wife.
Me and my wife.
I just say, how you doing, Clay? Nah, hey, man, hey, just calm down, man. We don't need that here.
What is it like now for you to see them as adults?
It's crazy, man. Like, cause I just went to visit my mom and them in New Mexico.
Yeah,
and I took Sincere with me. Sandy Baker, you know what I'm saying? Took Sincere with me, and Sincere's my youngest one, who was 18. My youngest is 18. My youngest can vote. That's where we at. And it's just like his height, and like, I'm just like, man, you was little 2 months ago, and now he's in college, independent in San Francisco.
Bro.
It's just like nosebleed,
bro.
So it's like, man, it's surreal.
That got me the most, seeing Sincere. I'm like, you were the baby. Like, you were smart. I was like, he ain't gonna hit his growth spurt. Hit that growth spurt.
He hit the growth
your
spurt.
boys ain't gonna get his voice changed. This dude, in your words, is fully realized.
Fully realized. Still got the baby face, but man, his voice be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So this Barry White album.
What is
Let's
now?
talk about it.
Like, what do you do now, man? Like, these boys who are men have shaped at least the past 10 years. You've been around all their life. I've only been around the past 10 years. But, like, for them to change into who they are now, what do you do now as a father?
That's the thing, like, because a lot of times I feel like I'm neglecting them because they're so independent now. Like, they're older. So, my oldest is 20. Sincere is 18. So it's just like they're good.
Yeah.
Because I know myself, growing up as a boy, once we get to a certain age, we good. Give us some money here and there, or we'll come to you if we need anything as kids with our parents. We were like, hey, Mom, can I hold? We pull up when we need something.
Yep.
Other than that, we good. We like the independent.
I'm in the street.
Yeah, I don't need no car. I'm at this party, you know. But as a parent, you just like, hey, I don't need anything. You good? You know, I'm only because I was on the road heavy in 2019. I was always going, so I had that guilt.
5 times,
man.
No, I take that back. This is probably, and this is 2020.
Yeah.
In 2019, I saw you 3 times.
Man.
Yeah.
I was out of here. And, you know, that guilt was real. I was just like, y'all good, right? Y'all, because I was missing stuff, and it was just like, you know, because I wasn't saying no to nothing. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. You know, I'll take the work. And so I had that going. Mm-hmm. But now I'm getting into a mode, especially when Sincere went off to school, I was like, all right, he's good.
Yeah.
And, you know, since Serene is working and stuff, so he's good. They'll hit me when they need something.
Yeah.
And so now that I come to that mindset, I feel better.
Well, let me tell you this, man, and this is obviously outside looking in because the only person who's their father is you, but you've raised some amazing young men, and their mother is amazing. She's a gem, obviously, you know that. They have such a close-knit relationship with you. I don't want you to feel that you've neglected them at all because every time I've been able to be around them or seen them interact with you, it's like, you're their hero. You always will be. And y'all are so close that if you didn't miss anything, it would almost be like, hey, man, miss something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, Dad. Go on. Get some busy work, man.
Go somewhere, man.
Yeah.
So you haven't been that absentee guy where it's like, oh, I wish my dad was. It's not that.
Right.
Y'all are the fabulous Baker Boys.
Yeah, and it was funny. Like I would hit him up, y'all good, right? Yo, I just be feeling like, Dad, you good? I'm like, all right. You know. And then when we together, it's like we never missed a beat.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, it's just me in my own head, just like, y'all good, right?
I just feel bad. This is what I do feel bad for you for. I see them just having their own lives now. Yeah. And I see them being like, hey, Dad, all right, I'm gonna get out of here. You be like, well,
we just get
started. Yeah. So it's like, to see that hurts. I'm like, bro. They used to just be not like, hey, I gotta get out of here, Dad. But hey, funny show tonight, man. Yeah. Like, hey, fam.
That's what happened at Flappers. My son pulled up to the show independently. He just popped up in the green room. What's going on, guys? He had a girl with him. Like, yeah, this is so-and-so. Yeah. Hey, have a good show tonight. I'll be sitting. All right, Dad, we out. And I was just like,
do you think, Dad?
Normally it's just like, all right, let's get out of here. But he was, man, surreal, man.
Damn, bro. So let's dive into this. Your wife is amazing. Your ex-wife is amazing. I had never seen a breakup that was more peaceful, respectful, and loving in my life. I've only seen broken relationships where I'm gonna tell yo all of that. Right. And it was like one day you guys were married, the other day you guys weren't, but everything was cool and there was no drama. Yeah. How?
Really, it was just, I guess, the two individuals involved. Like, you know, and there's hurt for sure. There's hurt, you know, but we were always able to put the kids first. And so, you know, that meant getting along, you know, interacting with one another. And it was just really like smooth, even though, you know, but there was hurt, you know, don't get it twisted. Like it was just a smooth, you know what I'm saying? But like, because we split in 2012, and so it's been a while, yeah. And so I guess maturity, like it depends on the situation, like you know how it went down, you know. Was it extra people involved? You know, stuff can get messy real quick depending on the individuals. But we were always able to just focus on the boys, making sure they were good, keeping it smooth for them.
Did you guys had a friendship before y'all became a relationship?
Not too long. It was like I remember we met in '98 at New Mexico State. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. You know how dudes are. We already know. And girls be knowing, too, off top. So
they know.
I was like, yeah. And my boy Kurt wanted to holler at her. And he was like, but Kurt was he was absorbing all the women on campus. But he wasn't following through. Yeah. So I was like, oh, my bad. But by the time we got to her, I was like, nah, we going to have to flip a coin. Because I'm sick of backing off and you ain't following through. Because I just be backing off.
Yeah.
We flipped the coin. Then I won. He was like, best 2 out of 3. And then I got to flip again. I was like, look out, Kurt. Look out.
Look out, Kurt.
And so, put the bid in. Then we got together in 99.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was hot and heavy in the beginning because Serene was born January 2000.
Oh, it was definitely hot and heavy.
It was hot and heavy early on. And so, so we didn't have a long, friendship before we hooked up.
That's just great energy for y'all to have been able to form the bond that you formed so fast and for it to be so long lasting. Mm. Your lady, the amazing Sabrina, incredible. How did you guys meet?
We met on Instagram. She was in my DMs.
She slid in the DMs.
Yeah, not hollering though, but it was like, and how women, y'all be subtle. Y'all be like, LOL. And that's your form of hollering at the dude. Like, ha ha. We supposed to be like, oh, okay. And so she just laughed at something I was doing with my nephew in Texas.
Yeah.
And then we just started talking back and forth. And it was just like a regular thing for a while.
Yeah.
Because I remember she hit me up in August of 2017. And we just kept, interacting from August. And then we ended up getting together in December of 2017.
Man, you strung that one out there, brother.
It was just because I was single McGee. Yeah.
Take my time.
Oh, yeah. I was loving the single life, though. I was having a good time. You know what I mean? And so I was just out here and avoiding relationships and, backing off of, women that I could see, oh, you want a relationship. And I would just fade into the,
into the
shrubbery. Yep. And then, but Sabrina was different. It was just like a dope, chemistry. And I was like, you know what? Let me do that. And plus, another thing that kept me away from dating was, I hadn't been with anybody since the split.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't comfortable because I never brought women around the boys ever. So it was never that. And so, and then Ree wasn't dating anybody, so I didn't want to be the first one. So I was like,
Yeah.
So from 2012 to 2017, I had no relationship, no real relationship. You know what I mean? So I just be out here just kicking it, smashing here.
Oh, you gotta hit the smash.
Yeah.
If you ain't hitting the smash, what are you doing? So
that was it.
You guys are an incredible pair. I enjoy how she compliments you.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean, our birthdays are days apart.
Right.
When it comes to Tauruses, man, one of my love languages are words of positive affirmation.
Okay.
I need that reinforcement, even if I don't see it. Am I good? Just tell me I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, you're good. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? For you guys, I love the dynamic. It's like it's like if Robin from Batman and Robin was a girl, and it's like Batman, they understand each other, they get it, they're a perfect pair. It's an energy thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What would you say that you had to work on during your single days that you were like, when I'm working on me, I got to get this together?
Oh, definitely. You mean internally or just internally? Just the maturity, the growing up. I knew I didn't want to get in a relationship where because a lot of dudes get in a relationship and they cheat immediately. Like, why'd you even get in a relationship? Well, they cheat. A month in, they already cheat. And I'm like, man, dog, you could have just stayed single. But nah, man, I don't want. And so a part of that was, me getting over the insecurity of, just because I grew up insecure as far as my looks and all of that because I was a fat kid. I was a fat kid growing up, so I had that insecurity going in. Even though I could get a girlfriend or whatever, but it was still just like, do girls really like me?
Yeah, that never goes away.
Yeah, and so once I was single as a grown man, confident in a career, because early on, when me and Ree got together, I was still in college, and in my college days, I was in darkness in terms of what I was going to do with my life.
Oh,
I didn't know. I majored in psychology, changed it to secondary education, science, bombed terribly in that. Switched it to secondary education, social studies. So I was going to teach history in middle school and high school.
I can see that.
But, I was struggling with the classes and just seeing all your peers getting the job done, making the grade, graduating, and I'm still over here changing majors. It was just like, man. And Ree, She was nursing from high school. She's like, I'm gonna be a nurse.
Damn, how about that?
Focus, 4 years, done. You know, and jobs waiting on it. They was like, you know, it's like the NBA draft. When you a nurse, them hospitals be lined up like, oh, over here. They be putting the cap on, Presbyterian. And so, but for me, my confidence was shot because I was like, man, I don't know what to do. I knew I wanted to act, but I was in New Mexico. I was like, man, ain't none of that here. And so I went through all that deep-rooted insecurity, and then I come out to L.A. It's a struggle, doing extra work, bombing at these auditions. So I was just like, man, you know. And so when we split up, and once I'm living on my own, you know, independently, I had a roommate, but it was like more independence. Yeah. And then I'm making a living off of stand-up in my own hustle, and it was just like, man, that built my confidence up career-wise.
Yeah, man.
Because it's always shot. And to me, my biggest dream in life was to have a job I loved.
Oh, facts.
More than like, I never been like, man, I hope I find love. I not to be cocky, I knew I would find love. I always know I'm gonna find somebody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so, but it was always like the scarier part was the career. Am I gonna do what I love to do for a living and make good money?
Yeah.
And that was just, you know, so I was like 2012 to now, career. Yeah. And then my confidence was rebuilt, and you know when it came to the ladies, it was just like my confidence was there too because I was doing the career, and I was single, and you know getting a lot of play. Yeah. And so it was just like, man, I'm good then. Yeah. So it was like I'm good then. Yeah. You know, I was tripping over nothing, and so that's what. So when I went into the new relationship, my confidence was solid. Yeah. And so, that was the biggest thing. Dude. Yeah. That,
to have that self-reflection on all of these things is such a powerful dynamic because most people will never achieve that. Right. And they will never be able to see the stages or the transitions or to be able to actually say, you know, I think like this because I grew up this way and I didn't know all these things. I always applaud when people are that self-reflective and know.
Oh yeah, because I was thinking, I was like, why am I always doing this? Yeah. And so I was just thinking back my whole lifespan. I was like, see, yep. And then I see. And then, you know, you make the changes, be like, that's why I was doing this. And a lot of that, too, came about the conversations me and Sabrina would have would be completely candid. And so we would come to terms with both of our issues. It's like just having the conversation, revealing everything. And it's just like, that's why I was doing. Okay. Yeah. And so
you need that, man. A good woman, let me tell you something. Good woman will help you understand things you never would have thought that you could comprehend. Right. Man. Worst show ever.
Oh.
You know that one show. We all do. Worst show ever. What happened?
I remember my first L was at the J Spot in Inglewood. The comedians out here, we all know the J Spot. Yep. They close and reopen every 5 months.
That's a fact. Shout out to J. Anthony Brown.
Shout out to J. Anthony Brown. Man. But listen, they got great food at the J Spot. They always did.
It's fire.
They didn't always treat the comedians well up in that mug.
When Jay was there, they treated us great.
Yeah, but when he wasn't
there,
y'all stand outside.
Yeah, I don't.
We get scurried off to the bushes. Stand outside, Holly.
To the bushes.
That's why I took my first L. They was just up there blinking. It wasn't a complete bomb, but it was just like you was getting all right. But you could tell people was kind of faded out on me.
Could you hear the all right?
Yeah. All right. Start looking around at other tables. I'm like, all right then, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
So I was like, all right, revenge.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get that revenge.
Got to get it.
Went back to the J Spot. Boom. Did worse than the first time. Took the double L.
Not the double L.
The double L. Oh. To get the L on the revenge?
You got the cool
Can you imagine that movie? Well, I finally got the dude that killed my family. I finally got him at gunpoint. I'm out of bullets and he shoot me. Oh. Credits roll.
Oh.
That's how I felt. I was like, So, but those always stand out. Those two right there. Worst actual show?
On the revenge.
Man, I remember this one time. I got booked to do like a birthday party at some house.
Yeah.
For teenagers. So we performing in the entryway to the patio. So like in the doorway. Like I remember I put I think it was Chaz and Ronnie Ray on the show. So they got a chance to do their set. And then I go up. And the teens are like, they done cut the music off. They done cuss the DJ out. The teens are like, man, why you cutting the music off for this comedy? I was like, I'll go, what's up, y'all? And then the auntie was like, just stop this. We're going to put the music back on, let these kids dance. Shoved me on out of the doorway. I was like, all right, I didn't even get a chance.
Did they pay you?
I got paid, but it was just, the whole setup was just like, the auntie.
Thank you.
Oh, man, she shoved me out of the way like this cup. All right, man, just turn the music back on. Turn the music back on. These kids ain't come for this. And I was just like,
damn, bro.
So I need to get it.
Worst show ever. I'm in Atlanta, uptown. It's 2006. I go. Let me tell you what I had on, because this is very important for the story. Oh, Lord. I didn't have on a blazer. I had on a suit jacket. You know the
blazer is the ultimate in comedians bombing. But continue. When a comedian don't normally wear a blazer and they put it on, get ready for the bomb.
Here come the bomb. So I go. It's another comedian from Detroit. He's there, and I'm 2 years ahead of him at the time, which at that time was major.
Right.
And I had the suit jacket on. It was black with brown pinstripes, and I had a cream thermal shirt on underneath, right, with some jeans.
So did you have dress shoes on? Oh, the jeans and dress shoes. It
was the casual dress shoes that you could still, y'all want to hoop? It was those kind of shoes. If somebody wanted to break out the game of 21. So, comedian from Detroit goes up, and he starts dancing with this woman on stage. This is Lil Duval's night in Atlanta. Okay. Dancing on stage with the woman. I'm like, come on, man, get to your jokes. Like, they boo here, right? He gets to the first joke. They like, boo. And they played Beyonce to the left, to the left. It's like, to the left, to the left. And he had to go off stage. I'm like, damn. Duval gets on stage. He's like, all right, y'all. We got another dude from Detroit. I'm like, fuck. I get on stage. The first joke I did worked, right? I'm like, all right, cool. So then the second joke didn't work. So I went straight to the third one. The third joke, in the middle of it, this guy stood up and he was like, hey. Boo! And the entire room booed me, bro. And the DJ hit the gunshots. To the left, to the left. I took every gunshot, bro, and I walked off stage, and I was like, I can't believe that happened to me. Like, I'm to this day still scarred, right?
Yeah.
The next night, Griff in Atlanta was hosting the show at the exact same spot. He said, on my night, they do keys. I say, all right.
Revenge.
I got to get up. My boy from Detroit goes up, dances with another girl. Dances, I'll tell you who it was.
Is this in his set? Is this part of the set?
He had never done it before that night. Dances with another girl. Does his first joke, works. Gets in the middle of the second joke, keys. I'm like, dang. Griff gets up. We got another dude from Detroit. I get on stage, and I proceeded to get a standing ovation.
Oh, wow.
Let me tell you something. That standing ovation meant nothing because they booed me the night before, and I still can't shake it off, bro. 15 years later. I can't shake it off.
Oh, man. People have the funniest, comedians have the funniest Atlanta stories.
Yes,
about
it's always
booed.
Atlanta.
Oh, they got the fun. Because I've never been, like, booed by the crowd. Like, I've never... I remember I got booed by this one dude in the audience at the Laugh Factory when the Laugh Factory was at the casino out there.
Oh,
Pachanga.
yeah.
Not Pachanga.
No,
Temecula.
Sam McGill.
Sam Manuel.
Yeah.
This one dude, he's like, boo, out here. He was just by himself. I'm like, you booing everybody. He was like, I know. I was like, all right, that don't
out here.
Because I heard what he said after. But, like, I would rather get the full booze. And then I was doing, do you remember, what's his name, had a show at what's the flat, Maverick Flats. What's his name?
Oh, I know the show.
He had a show where you tap out. It was Tap Out Mondays.
His name is why
am I blanking on
Rebo Lakey? No. But his name is that's his handle on social media. Damn, and this is the homie too, man.
Yeah,
but him,
Tap Out Monday, and I would go there just for the workout. Just like, let's see if I can avoid this tap out. And that's a great feeling. I was up there like with the new jokes, like because they be ready. When you put the crowd in control, they be ready to pull the trigger.
You can never
one false move. They be like, oh, look at his ankles, booing.
All right, so you're also one of the guys that will still to this day hit an open mic. Mm-hmm. I have given those up a long time ago, but I gave them up for a different reason. Like I'm from Detroit, bro. Like those rooms. We had to force comedy on people.
Right.
Like we performing at halftime of a Pistons game. If they lose, it's a wrap. So coming out to LA, the fact that I was able to perform at comedy clubs, I'm like, great, I won't go below this.
Right.
So for you, to this day, why?
Because that's how I write. On the stage, I had a premise. I'll be like, I'm gonna try that on stage, and I'll do it the same night we had the conversation.
Yeah.
And so I have to get it out in front of people immediately, and so I need that quick, see if I got something here. Yeah. And so I haven't done an open mic in a while, but I'm never opposed to it. I remember, and this is my last bad set that I can't shake. It was last year. It was last year at Rob Stapleton's room
in New York,
in the Bronx. Salsa Con Fuego night.
Salsa Con Fuego.
I love Rob, man. One of my favorite cats. And so I just went to check out the show. I didn't want to get up. I just wanted to see the room, feel the energy. And Sabrina was taking me all around New York because that's where she's from. I'm like, I'm in the Bronx. So I was excited. But I'm in there. We get in there. I'm roaming around all day. I'm in there in shorts. I don't perform in shorts. If you're not Gabriel Iglesias,
you can't perform in shorts.
You need pants on. And so I'm in there chilling. He's like, hey, you want to get up? I'm like, I just came to watch, you know what I'm saying? Because I was looking at the room. It was long. It was kind of noisy in there. I was like, this looks like a tough, And so when he asked, I don't know. And I was able to kind of fade into the shrubbery. And then he just wandered off because there was other comedians talking to him like, dodge that bullet. Then he came back with the Rio. Hey, man, you want to get a piece? I was like, I don't know, man. I just came to watch. And then Sabrina was like, go on, do 5 minutes. And then, once your girl say that, you be like, man, I'm like, man, I got to do it now. Man, I went up there, took the smoothest LL Cool J.
It was...
It wasn't a bomb because they were laughing. And I was hitting them with material that I was doing on tour. So I knew it worked. But they were just distracted on their phone talking. I was just up there like, and then the comedians, it was pressure. Like, this the guy they've been talking about. Huh? They was in the corner. Here's what made it worse though. So, all right, I got off my mediocre 7 minutes. I'm like, all right, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Dead on the inside. Like, man, my girl over here looking at this in the Bronx.
In the Bronx.
I get off, and then as I'm leaving, Rob is like, no, hold on, Tone, hold on. Hey, y'all don't understand. This dude is funny. That made it. I was a skeleton in his hand at that point. I was just a corpse. Standing up there I was Weekend at Bernie's, just dead with shades on.
With shades on.
I was just like, why you do that to me? Though? He meant well.
No, he did mean well, but
man, I got revenge the next night in Brooklyn though. I did a bar show. I went in there full steam.
But it wasn't the Bronx.
It wasn't the Bronx.
And that's what you can't shake.
I was bringing this up for months after Sabrina's like, it was your fault. I went up there.
Because if she'd have just supported
but she would just be like, nah, he's good. Yeah. I'd been like, whoo. But she was like, go on, do 5 minutes. Sabrina.
Bro, you can never shake off those. Man. But also, it's like, when you're famous, bro, you can't just go kick it. They're going to always offer you the time, and you got to make sure you ain't got shorts on, and you got to perform.
Man.
Even if you go up there and you do 2 jokes, you got to go up.
I went up there. I gave them the good money. I ain't even go up there BSing. I went up there with the material, and they was like, we just ain't paying attention, dog.
Damn,
and I was
like, Are you getting I saw it when I came to your show, your taping last month. When you're on the road, what does that roar sound like when your name is called?
Oh, it's crazy, man. I'll be like, man, they really, they know me. That's crazy. Like, I don't think it's something you get used to. Maybe you do, but it's still new to me. So I'm just like, man, they really.
That's wild.
What I'm saying? They know who I am. Or just the excitement, or like, when sometimes like I'll be in the back of the room while the other comedians are up, and then you see people see you in the audience, they be like, hey, there you go, right there you go. And then you feel, hey, they be excited. I be like, wow, this is but this is everything we dreamed of. This is everything. That's why I tell people all the time, like, don't ever apologize to me. If you see me on the streets, wherever, don't ever apologize or feel bad for wanting to say something to me or take a picture. I'm always down.
Yep.
Like if I got shot in the hips and you roll up and I'm like, put some pressure on the wound. Tell me, can I get this picture? All right, hurry up though. Freeze frame. I'm like, I'm gonna take the picture,
That's
man,
real.
because I signed up for it.
Yeah.
And so, I'm appreciative of the fact that y'all even care enough to even just don't be rude like this one dude. This one dude was mad rude. Like I was getting on the plane and my seat was right by the door when you come onto the plane. Okay. And so I get on the plane. Oh man, what's up, man? Let's get this going right here. That's how he acts. Let's get this going real quick. Blocking people coming in, and I'm like, I get anxiety when people are. Like, if I'm in the way blocking the flow, I'll be like, hey, man. And he was just like, let's get this going. He ain't asked nothing. I was just like,
bro.
Yeah, that's the only time I ever remember being annoyed by somebody.
What'd you say? You just took it?
I just took it, though.
That's nice.
I was just like, yeah. But I was annoyed internally, though.
You had to be. I just came back from London. In London, we were coming back. We were coming back to America, right? And there was this. They got the police officers. They have vests and they got guns.
Yeah,
and
they be
shit.
having full straps.
And my
overseas.
man, he's like this. He's like 6'5", black African dude, but he got the London accent.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, mate. And I was like, oh, so he got the gun.
The full these joints.
He's like, hey, CT, and I was like,
whoo.
He's like, yeah, man, I watch your clips, mate. I was like, oh, thank you, man. I was like, yeah.
Everything you're doing, huh?
Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
And then his other cop friend took the picture, and I was just like,
take this picture, bro.
Woo, bro. But I would never turn down a picture unless you see I'm somewhere I shouldn't be. Like if you see me I'm at the strip club, bro, we can't take no pictures, bro. But if you turn the camera this way, cool.
That's funny, though.
Fam,
I gotta play the cocaine. Can I get this picture? Oh yeah, for sure.
Play the cocaine. What's coming up next for you, man? Talk about it.
We shot the special for Tony Baker and Friends.
Yep.
I plan on dropping that in 2020, hopefully soon. I want to get it on every platform. That's the goal. Also, I'll be back, doing various cities. I'll be in the Improv in Arlington. I'll be in Pittsburgh. I'll be, Baltimore. I'm coming for you. I still want to. Still got the YouTube content going. I'm about to do a Oscar nomination reaction vid on my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna keep everything going in 2020, man. Just staying on the road. Probably won't be on the road as much this year because, man, I had to sit down.
Miss your life. Like, you know what you're running into? BT years ago was like always on the road. And I'm like, hey, man, my birthday party. Oh, man, I'm on the road. Hey, man, we doing this. Oh, I'm on the road. Hey, man, he missed so many things.
Right.
Because he's on the road. And I get it. The money on the road, I get it. But you know that you have other sources of income.
Right. I can sit down somewhere
you have
now.
To, bro, don't let these years go by without you enjoying yourself.
Right.
I want 6 months to go by and you're more so on set and then you can't leave until 8 p.m. than you being out of town.
Right.
Like, hey, I can do anything after 8.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Because out of town, there ain't no options. I ain't coming to none of it.
Man, I literally lost my friend last year because I'm like, hey, Tony, you hit me with a text. You were like, hey, man, just consider me out of town.
I was out of town. It was crazy. Because it was to the point last year where people were telling me health-wise, to sit down somewhere. And I was just like, and then when I'm in town, people be wanting me to do stuff, and I was just like, and Sabrina was like, you have to sit down. I was getting dizzy spells and all that, and so I even had to miss like a tour weekend because of the dizzy spells. Kevin was like, you got to sit out.
Bro,
and I was like, no, I'm going to still go. No, that was.
I'm talking about, you lost your appendix, you weren't sitting down then.
No.
Like, you have to, like,
I got on the plane. I got on the, let me tell you how dumb I am. The pure stupidity. So they take my appendix out Friday. I get out of the hospital on Sunday. I leave for Seattle to do a weekend in Seattle that Wednesday. Not even fully healed up. I'm still on antibiotics, which I forgot to bring. So I'm on stay. I recorded a comedy album in pain.
Man.
Then shortly after that, I went to Bangladesh for a show.
Tony, listen, man.
But here's the thing. I want to stay and sit down. I want to get this Facebook money. But they keep suspending me. So I can't monetize on Facebook.
There's another way. We'll talk. Anyway, listen, man. You have to sit down. Let me tell you something about Clayton Thomas, brother. Have you noticed you don't really see Clayton Thomas stressed anymore? Do you notice that, man? I don't be tripping off nothing, brother. And I be here living my life.
You be here just frolicking.
Bro, you gotta sit down, man. You not only owe it to your family and friends, but you owe it to your fans that are in these cities that want to see you at your best.
Right.
And that's a well-rested, mentally prepared, cool tone. Maybe instead of 300 dates a year, you do 20 or
20?
you do 100. I don't know how many you do, Tony. I'm just throwing numbers out there. How can we find you?
You can find me at TonyBakerComedy.com. Tony Baker Comedy on every platform. That's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tony Baker Comedy. And you can find me on streaming sites, all that. My comedy special is on Amazon Prime right now called Scaredy Cat. And I got another special on my website only. As the Real Comedians, the social media tours, my set from there. You can get that for $7 right now.
Nice. That's a very good deal.
Yeah, man. It was
$7 for anything is actually a good deal.
$7.
Man.
$7.
That's a great, considering if you go on Amazon, you ain't spending nothing less than 20.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, that's dope.
Amazon, man, I'll just be ordering stuff now. I'll just be like, bloop.
I bought some Dragon Balls yesterday.
See? just they make it so easy. Just
ladies and gentlemen, Kickin with Clayton, man.
Scheduling. I'm free all day. I forgot I had.
I'm sorry about this.
I got to get the Oscar. They had nominated me for the movie. I forgot it was tonight.
So you're saying when you hit people, this is what you say. Hey, my bad. I got to get the Oscar.
The Oscars,
slipped my mind.
I'm in the lead to win. I'm the favorite, but I don't know. You never know how
it's me, it's Denzel. But yeah, I can't make it tomorrow. But next time.
I forgot. I thought I was free all day.
That's how I go, though.
Man.
Forgetting most important things.